All right, and good morning, everyone. My name is welcome to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, and making money trading forex. So let's go ahead and get into our risk disclaimer screen since we're potentially talking about live trades. Here we go. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader. I've been studying this for about 3 decades. Not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. I have held an NFA registration in the past as a Series 3 broker. However, don't send me your money because I'm not a broker anymore. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. CFTC risk disclosure goes like this. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. That means if you're trading for rent and you've never traded before, this is not for you. You want to become a professional and then maybe trade, and then maybe you can have enough money coming in trading to sustain a lifestyle. But you don't start off trying to do what I do. At any rate, I tried it before. It didn't work. Let's go to what's going on today. So in the United States, it is a holiday. So we are probably going to flatline after the London session closes. And it is about that time. It's 11:25. I have Henry the Forex trading parakeet with me as well. So if you hear a little chirping in the background, that's an actual bird. It's not your speakers or anything. So here's what we got going on in the euro today. Let's look at news first. Not really a whole lot of news. It could have really changed a whole lot of stuff. Let's see what the news says. Trump tariffs that are avoided by and ones that are, who cares? That's yet to be seen because it will be appealed, I'm sure. Oh, there we go. Offered their cut. Oh, yeah, who cares? Let's see. We have a whole lot of good news coming out of Europe. So we're looking at a uptick in the euro versus the dollar. And it is clinging to this 117.24. May want to look at taking that to the downside as this wedge is getting closer and closer to completing. And then we'll see what happens after that. You know, it could go up, could go down. And I showed the wrong book yesterday of what I was doing. This is the book I was doing. If you can see that, it's Charting by, oh, you can't see it because of the shine. Charting and Technical Analysis by Fred McAllen, which is a fun little book on charts and wedges and triangles. And that's what I'm going to use as my reference guide, as well as my vast library I have over there. Okay, we've got lots of big news coming in starting tomorrow on the American side, but today we got nothing. It is a holiday in the United States. It's Labor Day, and thus my stylish new holiday shirt. My stylish holiday shirt. It's not necessarily new, but here we go. We have the dollar versus the Japanese yen. Let's see what's going on there. It is just trucking right along sideways, not really going anywhere. Henry's trying to eat my ear. But it's staying above this hard resistance line of 146.35. 147.25. Might be looking at more to the upside. Might be looking more to the downside. I don't know because the wedge is starting to complete. Although we could take this trend line up to here, make it less. Yeah, I think I drew the trend line wrong. There we go. That's better. I like that trend line better. So we'll change the trend of the 4-hour support trend line, resistance trend line a little bit to give it a little bit more breathing room and also see where the actual trend is. Because it's not, I had it going too shallow. I would not come into this until about here, 148.59. Well, maybe not. Let me get down in here. I'd say it coming down to about 146.63 or 146.5. And then take a bounce off of that. That would be a fun little trade. Although it could keep going to the south, as you can see. But we do have a buy area here, strong buying area here, according to Smart Money Concepts. It's an inner circle trading buy zone, we'll call that. I don't like to use the phrase kill zone. That's a different thing in my world, in my mind. Let's look at the Japanese or the British pound versus the dollar. Again, not a whole lot going on there. It looks like we could have a small breakout. Daily trend line is breaking out on the daily trend line. The 4-hour trend line it actually matches the daily trend line exactly. So we could have a little breakout here going on. That would be handy. We'll see if we can't get into that. Again, I would come in around 136.14. So we're still about 70 pips out on that. And it doesn't have a whole lot of room to move either. Move to about the current market top is 179, so give it about 150 pips. Yeah, about 150 pip move if it continued to go that way. So that's an idea. Let's also look at something I haven't looked at in a little while. Let's look at the meter with baby pips. It's from Market Milk, I think. Yeah, Market Milk, which is owned by Baby Pips, which is a fun little resource. If you've never used it, I'd highly recommend it. So it has the Great British Pound topping all of them. It's the strongest currency. So that means that it's going to rage against the, not rage, but maybe doing quite well against the pound and the dollar and the US dollar today. Against the pound, against the yen, it is, yep. Wouldn't call it gangbusters, but that is doing pretty well. Let's see. So that's another fun one you might consider a trade in. It's awfully close to that top of 200 right now. So it's got 60, 70 pips between there and the top and the current market top. So we're not really going to take advantage of that one, although it is breaking out of the 4-hour resistance trend line. Aussie. We have the Aussie also breaking out. So something's going on the West Coast or on the Asian markets, Asian area, maybe China's perking up. Who knows? As far as the catalyst for why, but I've just read in this little book called The Disciplined Trader. This is one of my favorite books ever to read on Forex. If you don't have a copy of this book, I would definitely get it. And also Trading in the Zone. Don't just listen to it, buy it, read it, mark it up, make it your own. And also, make little notes in it, stuff like that. That's what I do with my books, and I've got a whole bunch more books coming too. So that's an idea of the Aussie, but that really going to the market top is really not very high at all. And also, we're not getting any whole lot of indications from the pardon me, from the Smart Money Concepts indicator. So we're not really going to get into that. It might go to this area, in which case that's a hard sell at 66. So that's an idea too, another trading idea. USD Canadian looks like it might be turning up a little bit. How about that? Getting out of that downward spiral it was in. Might be turning up a little bit. Partial. I think it's also a Canadian holiday, isn't it? Yes, it's also a Canadian holiday. I don't know what they're celebrating. We're having Labor Day, which celebrates trade unions and stuff. So here we have the one that might be a good opportunity to get into to the top side right there. That's a very strong reversal candle right there, and then also in a buy zone. So that we may want to come in to it about 137.80. That's actually might be one I'm going to take advantage of, because that looks like a very strong opportunity for the dollar to go against the Canadian. Gold. Gold is still being gold. Look at it go. 34.76, which is a very fun place. $25 off of the all-time high of 3,500. So it could blow through 3,500. That would be interesting to see. Or keep me from selling my. Look at silver. Oh my God! I don't even see silver today. Look at that. $40.68. I'm going to buy me some silver today. That is pretty good. That is a breakout of all the resistance frameworks we've got here. So silver's awesome today. $40.68, up almost $1 with the American market closed. Somebody's buying some silver. I'm not sure who it is, probably, but in this market it doesn't matter. It's this is just silver going to the take it off. Bitcoin. I want to look at Bitcoin real briefly just to show you what's going on with Bitcoin. Nothing. Nothing's going on with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is coming down. Why? I don't know. I don't know if maybe they've got another halving event or whatever that means going on. As core inflation rose, so core inflation is rising while Bitcoin sold off. So somebody sold $3 billion in Bitcoin and converted it to Ethereum. Ethereum. I'm sorry, Ethereum. Ethereum is probably something different. The Eurythmics is a band that we won't talk about them. That's Dave and the other girl. But Bitcoin is not faring too well right now with RSI down below down below 50. But silver is the shining star right now, big time. Coming in at almost $41. It could be flirting with $41 by the end of the day, by the end of the trading day. Which there is no American trading session today, but it's London is pushing sterling, pushing silver. So maybe it's more sterling pounds going into the pound sterlings going into the silver. Who knows? But at any rate, that is what's going on there. As far as stocks go, they are not faring too well. NASDAQ, I still don't like the NASDAQ. I don't understand a lot of things that are going on in tech right now because I don't understand why the appeal is there. I think tech is pretty much beginning to cannibalize and starting to eat their own. The AI is going to destroy a lot of these companies, like it did mine. But I'm not bitter about it, but it's the web development had to stop sometime, and I'm glad it did. Because now I get to what I really enjoy, which is Forex trading and trading. Let's see. So here we are getting into this. And this is the US dollar index. So it looks like dollar could be tapping out right there. But again, the American market is closed today. So we don't know what is going to happen today. We'll have to wait till tomorrow. So we may have something on the Asian market to trade later on. Again, the dollar versus the Canadian is a very strong signal. Also, the pound versus the dollar. That's another good one that I think I would take a look at. We'll look at the strength indicator meaning on that real quick. And the Canadian is way down here at the bottom. Dollar is right in the middle, and pound is just soaring today. Very, very interesting in the Forex markets. Well, that's about all I've got today, but nothing that I would touch for a trade today. Although the markets are open, I would not get into this. Again, 135.50, I would come in at around 135.68. But then again, you got that market top right there, so I would not come in there. I would not come in until about, we get above this trend line here. So about 136.13. That's got quite a ways to go before we get there. About 60 pips, somewhere around there. So dollar versus the pound, I would not get into. However, this is a nice one right here. Probably come in around 137.82 for the buy stop. And see what happens there. Tomorrow, let's look and see what we've got coming up tomorrow. Since there's nothing going on today, except the bank holiday. Tomorrow we have ISM Manufacturing PMI, the Purchasing Managers Index. If it comes in over 50, it's going to be strong for the dollar. If it comes in below 50, it'll be weak for the dollar and have more indications of a rate hike. Let's go to the rate hike screen. I'm watching encoding overloaded. CFTC watch. So the video quality may suffer a little bit when I go to another screen because Firefox, which is my chosen my chosen browser, apparently uses a lot of memory. I don't really have that many windows open, but okay, so we've got an 89% chance of a rate cut, which means the dollar should be moving lower, and the dollar versus the Canadian should also be lower since it's leading. However, we'll see what happens with that. So that's all I got today. It's a holiday, and if you're in the United States, enjoy. We'll have the London session ends in about 20 minutes. So we'll see what happens after that. And then after that, you guys have a great one. I'm going to close that window out to make sure that I'm not hurting anything seriously. Trading platform, still the same. So what's going on with that one? Since I haven't placed any trades, we're still the same on the challenges. And this one won't load. So at any rate, we're still at the same place on the challenges. Let's see if we get a refresh on that and get that screen pulling up. Maybe. And DX Trade is a lot of takes up a lot of memory too, apparently. Either that or I need to work on clearing out some of the memory off my machine, which is probably true. Yeah, there we go. So we'll go ahead and get this logged on. So we're looking at maybe a possible buy in the dollar versus the Canadian, and a possible buy versus the pound versus the dollar. Because apparently the weakness is in the Canadian and the pound is in the good. So that would maybe turn this to a green number. I would like that, and maybe get this get some more green numbers here and get funded. And that's my goal right now. So you guys have a great one. If you like this channel, then by all means like and subscribe. If you have any comments or don't want to argue with me or want to say nice things to me, then by all means put them in the comments below and we'll go from there. But you guys have a great one, and I will talk with you later. Bye.